home at 801 Washington Street, Canton. Just want to remind everybody that tonight's meeting is being recorded by Canton Community Television and can be viewed at a later date. We'll have many dates going. Before we start, first thing, public comment. To usual statement. Public comment of the meeting is an opportunity to listen to the residents' feedback and concerns. However, it is not meant to be a question and answer format. There will be no response to any public comment when presented. The public comment portion of the meeting is limited to 15 minutes total and up to 3 minutes per speaker. Those that wish to speak should stand at the microphone and wait to be recognized by the chair. Please state your name and your town you live in. Your address is not required. I would ask all members of the audience be respectful of each speaker as well as each other. Anyone that does not wish to speak or is unable to do so due to the time limit may submit their comments in writing for the board's review and consideration. That being said, we will start public comment.
Is that all set? Brenda Sweeney, Canton, my opinion. To quote Alan Jackson, the days of Karen Reed being on the defense are over. The investigation into Officer John O'Keefe's death was a massive law enforcement failure. They're suing 10 parties, including the Canton police. We'll be all over the news for years to come. That guy in the white SUV who rode by our protest a few weeks ago shouting, "Enough already." Tell that to our local murderers, because this isn't going away, not by a long shot. You didn't get the verdict you wanted, but you did breathe a sigh of relief when you thought your buddies scraped by. It's time to get your eyes off the rearview mirror. We saw a small snippet of the DOJ evidence in the criminal trial. Lots more will see the light of day as the civil trial brings the spotlight back to Canton. Let's hope it exposes the truth once and for all, and those disgusting people who threw Officer O'Keefe out like the trash get their just desserts. Those of you that don't want to see the truth because you don't want your world to change, not facing hard choices is a surefire way to become a casualty of something you didn't create. As for those who don't care because you weren't involved, indifference helps these murderers, and your silence is deafening. Some people in Canton can't talk out of fear for their safety. What I don't understand is the other people who knowingly help the murderers escape justice out of misguided loyalty. You do realize glossing over their lies tarnishes your own credibility. They won't be satisfied stopping either. They'll come back for more. They know exactly how to exploit you. Stop long enough to think about the world you're creating. You put your very own loved ones at risk by making the world a safer place for murderers. Civil suits will bring a Category 5 storm to town. When it hits the fan and the murderers can't hide anymore, don't be surprised if they throw you under the bus to protect their own hide. You're simply a means to an end. Once you're no longer useful, you'll become disposable. Ask Miss Kelly Dever, whatever. She protected murderers while destroying her own career. A total disgrace, especially to her chosen profession. She could have been a Barrows. Instead, the whole world knows what it means to be a Dever. I wonder if that'll make it into the dictionary. Take a long, hard look in the mirror. We know how the world will remember Kelly Dever. What about you? Will it be integrity, or will you be another casualty in this cascade of poor choices? Any one of us could be their next victim. We have a new chief with integrity. It's time to start speaking out and get that monkey off our backs. It's our chance to right this ship. We'll be back until we get justice for Officer John O'Keefe. Thank you.
Next.
John Camo, Attleboro. Good evening, Mr. Chair, members of the board, residents of Canton. I'm here tonight to share with you an interaction I had this weekend with one of your elected officials, Select Board Member Chris Albert. I believe the community deserves to know exactly how he speaks to residents and why it matters. On Sunday, I received a phone call from a private number. When I answered, the very first words I heard were, "What's your effing problem?" And I'm going to edit out the swears for the public and people at home. That set the tone for what became a heated exchange. Mr. Albert went on to call me words, "Effing loser, see you next Tuesday, a bully, a coward," and among others. He continued to try to goad me to come back to Canton, to come back to Matt Kelly's and face him like a man, "You effing loser." This all stems due to the fact that his son saw me while walking on Washington Street and gave him misinformation and disinformation, claiming I was at his house. He asked me if I was recording the call, as if he knew how inappropriate his words were. I wasn't recording the call, but I was taking notes. I advised him I wasn't. So I advised Mr. Albert I would not be driving back, and I was busy. I offered to discuss it after 7. That's when he accused me of bribing the chairman, you, JR, of trying to come on our show. I have called you, I've asked you to come on the show, just like I've asked everybody else. I've never bribed you. I've never offered anything, other than we will honor your wishes if there's something you'd want to speak to. He threatened my livelihood, saying he knows all about my job, knows the owner, and questions why he still employs me. He called me a bully for reporting on his son's participation in the destruction of a house. But that house belongs to a friend of his, and they were paid back, so all's forgiven. He asked why I hate him, and I told him, I don't hate you. The conversation only got uglier. He accused me of sending inappropriate pictures to my stepdaughter. The actual words, dick pics. A lie that's beyond disgusting. He claimed he had spoken to my ex-wife, who's here tonight, which is another lie. He ended the call by telling me, why don't you go into the bathroom, shave your effing back, and go F yourself? Now, I don't share this lightly, but the people of Canton should know how a sitting select board member conducts himself when he thinks no one else is listening. This is not leadership. This is not integrity. And it certainly wasn't the behavior of someone representing the town of Canton. I'll close by reminding the board of the rule that's usually stated at the beginning. This is not a back and forth. There'll be no rebuttal from members after a resident speaks. And I ask that this rule be strictly enforced tonight and let Mr. Albert absorb that. Thank you.
Patricia Camo.
Next.
Patricia Camo, Franklin. Good evening, Mr. Chairman and members of the board. I lived in Canton for 24 years, and never once during that time did I speak to Selectman Chris Albert. That is why I was disturbed to hear that he recently claimed otherwise and that he tied my name to an untrue and damaging accusation. I want to be clear that what he said was false. Beyond that, an elected official has no business inventing stories about residents. It is not only reckless, it is unbecoming of someone who serves on this board. I would ask that Mr. Albert refrain from speaking untrue statements about me, especially my daughter, my family, my ex-husband, anyone, myself, my family, anyone in this town, in fact. Words carry weight, and when they come from someone in this position, they can do harm. So I would hope that Mr. Albert would take the time to absorb what he's heard and reflect on whether he is truly fit as a select board member. Thank you.
Anybody else?
I don't know if they'll be able to hear me. Hi, I'm Shannon Callahan. I'm in Dedham, Massachusetts, obviously. Good evening, Mr. Chairman, members of the board, and residents of Canton. I grew up in Canton. I went to the Hanson. I went to the Galvin. I graduated from Canton High. I moved here when my mother remarried my stepfather, John Camo. He did everything a father does, and he did it by choice, not by obligation. Jonathan walked me down the aisle at my wedding. He's my second dad. 2 nights ago, my stepfather, as you heard, was on the receiving end of a phone call that truly does disturb me, as my mother also just said. Jonathan grew up here in Canton. He has strong ties to the community and family that currently resides here. Mr. Albert contacted my stepfather on his private cell phone and raged that he was in Canton. Mr. Albert, not only did you take it upon yourself to express your distaste for his presence in a town you feel he has no place in, but you once again attacked him with false accusations. Among the vulgarities that I will not say today for the sake of the room, there is one thing that I must speak on, which is did you send any more D pics to your stepdaughter? To be clear, this is a blatant lie. Any accusation of the like is a blatant lie. I'm here to right a vicious wrong that has been ongoing for years, because regardless of the accusation being entirely false, it's incredibly dangerous. Defaming my stepfather's character has led to continuous harassment from countless people for years now. From not only those who either believe it to be, who believe these heinous accusations to be true, or to just use it against him because it fits their own agenda. Once these things are said, they cannot be taken back, especially from a person in a position of power. Perpetuating these lies with the intent of tarnishing my stepfather's reputation is only an act of cruelty. These accusations can stick with a person for the rest of their lives. This situation is clearly escalating when a person in a position of authority is contacting people on their personal cell phone for the sole purpose of harassment. Even more worrisome, people are alerting somebody of my stepfather's location. How did this person know? Why did they feel the need that they needed to tell him? This raises an actual concern of safety. Will you be alerted the next time I step foot in town? Will I be with my children? I don't think that these concerns should be taken lightly, and I should not have to fear for my safety or those of my children. I did not ask to be a part of this. My family did not ask to be a part of this. As angry as these disgusting accusations against Jonathan have made me for years, I've never once lashed out in anger towards anyone else's family. I've never taken to social media. I've never made phone calls. I've never publicly shamed or made up lies to retaliate. I deserve an apology. My family deserves an apology. But all I can ask of anyone who has been using these false accusations to continue to hurt my family is to please stop. Please consider all of the people you're hurting before you speak. Please think of how you would handle these kinds of accusations being made about you and the child you raised. Thank you.
Anybody else would like to speak? Okay, we'll close the public comment and start first on the agenda, sir.
All right,
Mr.
first
Allen.
up on the agenda tonight is a public hearing regarding the application for transfer of a Section 15 wine and malt liquor license from AGS Investment, Inc., DBA 711, to Vivian Neva Corp., DBA New World, located at 504 Washington Street, Canton, Mass. Town of Canton Legal Public Hearing. Notice is hereby given under Chapter 138 of Mass General Law as amended that Canton Select Board, acting as a licensing board for the Town of Canton, will hold a public hearing regarding the application for transfer of a Section 15 wine and malt license from AGS Investment, Inc., DBA 711, to Vivian Neva Corp., DBA New World, located at 504 Washington Street, Canton, Mass. 02021. The public hearing will be held on Tuesday, September 30th, 2025, on or after 7 p.m. in the Sala Meeting Room, second floor, Memorial Hall, 801 Washington Street, Canton, Mass. 02021. Christopher M. Albert, Canton Select Board Clerk. I move that the board open the public hearing.
Motion is made. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
I chair as well, 5-0. Okay, what do we have going here? Is all the paperwork for this license all in order?
It is.
And this is the 7-Eleven?
I'm going to be live with John Como and Oblivious Benson a little bit. The police chief is coming up. The police chief in Canton is going to be speaking at this hearing. So we're going to stick with the hearing for a little bit. And then we're going to get John Como up here, who you just saw spoke. That was amazing. I'm so glad he did that. His family, his stepdaughter, and his ex-wife, and John. That was, did you hear the silence? Did you see the silence there? All right, I'm going to go back to the select board, but I will be back with John Como and Oblivious Benson after the police chief, speaks here.
Board's approval to transfer the current beer and wine to the new applicant.
Are the hours going to be the same?
Not 24 hours, but like 6 to 10.
6 to 10?
Yeah,
6
6 a.m. to
10. Very good. On behalf of the town of Canton, welcome to Canton. We wish you success at that location. Any other board members have any comments? Seeing none, I'll take a motion to close the public hearing.
I move that the board close the public hearing.
Motion's made.
Second.
Second, any discussion? No. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Do we have a motion for the,
I move that the board approve the application for the transfer of a Section 15 wine and malt license from AGS Investment, Inc., DBA 711, to Vivian Neva Corp., DBA New World, located at 504 Washington Street, Canton, MA 02221.
Second.
motion made second, any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
I chair as well, 5-0.
welcome.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Best of luck.
Next up is Chief Perkins is going to introduce our new clinician.
Good evening, Chief.
Good evening, everyone. How are you? I'm here tonight to introduce Canton PD's a new clinician, embedded clinician. She's a co-responder. She's a resource for the police department. When we go out and handle people in crisis, she co-responds, gives us some professional advice, kind of directs us on how best to handle those types of situations. She's also a resource for the community. If anyone in the community has a family member who's struggling with mental illness, she's a resource that you could call and speak with her. She's from Idaho originally, so she came to Massachusetts to go to Boston College as a graduate student. She graduated from Boston College with her master's degree. She has a LICSW certification. She has been a clinician for about 4 years. We stole her from the town of Belmont, and she's been in Canton for about 30 days. So I wanted to introduce everyone to her, and I also want to make sure that the community is aware that we do have an embedded clinician, and all they have to do if they have any issues, questions, concerns, issues with their family, that they can call the police station and ask for Emily Bartlett. Did I even speak her name yet? Okay, that's her name, Emily Bartlett. And her extension is extension 2405. So you just call the police station, put in the extension number 2405, ask for Emily, you can talk to her, and she is a resource for this community and a very vital one. So with that, I'd like to introduce you to Emily Bartlett.
Welcome, Emily.
Thank you.
Glad to see you join our team.
So I understand that at the request of the board, you were having each department head come in to give an update.
Yes.
So that's part of my update. Additionally, I wanted to inform everyone in the community that all the training that was recommended through the audit was completed today. So the recommended training was specifically, which was crime scene processing and courtroom testimony. So those classes are complete. We still have additional training that we are going to complete in October. We have response to critical incident as a patrol force and also at the supervisor's level. And then annual in-service is about to begin. And weapons qualification is set for the second week in November. So that's the training aspect for the police department. Right now, we are in the process of hiring. We do have 8 vacancies. We believe we have 4 seats in the December Academy, and we have 3 candidates that we've given conditional office to that are in the process right now of background checks, psychological, physical examination, those types of things. So I'm optimistic that we will have those 4 seats filled for the December Academy. We've also hired a administrative assistant, Maureen Kelly. She started about the same time that Emily did, about 3 weeks ago. And the only other thing that I want the community to know, October 7th, all the phones inside the police department will be recorded. That was one of the things I noticed when I took over. The only recorded lines were obviously the 911 line and the desk phones. So people who call me, or I make phone calls, or an officer's doing an investigation, those lines should be recorded. Obviously, we want to document the work we do. So, you know, it was one of the first things I mentioned to the town administrator, Mr. Duty, and he was, thank you very much for getting that taken care of. But October 7th, we should have all lines at the police station recorded. Other than that, it's been, I want to thank everyone for the warm welcome that I've received from everyone in town in my time here. It's been great. And if anyone has any questions, you can ask me now, give me a call, however you want to handle it.
Well, thank you, Chief, and thank you for all the work. And Emily, we wish you a very good experience in Canton.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Anything? Thank you very much.
Wait,
Oh,
I
go
just
ahead.
wanted to say, so of all those recommendations made from the audit company, it's not just the training that we've already achieved. We've got all the cell phones. Like,
Yes. Oh.
Can you talk to some of the other stuff that
The
hasn't
only
been?
thing I'm not sure on that we haven't completed yet is the fencing around the police department, but everything else, the cell phones, the training, the policy, the town administrator and I were talking earlier tonight. making sure that the procedural policies that were recommended to be shored up are taken care of, and I'm 90% sure on that list. We're going to confirm that tomorrow, but we're pretty close to completing most everything that was required or requested or recommended in the audit.
All right, thank you.
Very good.
So Chief, could I, sorry, just follow up on that. So is it safe to say that all of the recommendations that came out of the police audit will be addressed by the end of this year? And I know that there are a few that are sneaking into next year just because of budgetary reasons, correct?
Correct.
But everything is,
Everything, the non-financial items should be taken care of if they're not already taken care of. Just to go through with a fine-tooth comb with the town administrator, that's what we had planned to do tomorrow.
Yep.
But I anticipate most, 100% completion other than any financial burdens that were placed on any of the recommendations,
Yep.
such as the fence. That had to go out to bid. I think the other thing was fire suppression system in the evidence room, which may or may not be something that I would agree with, but we're looking into it, and still, again, it's a budgetary issue.
Yep.
It's tied to finances.
okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Anybody
And
else?
welcome aboard, Emily.
Brenda Sweeney, Canton. I take it Emily is housed out of the police station?
She is.
And I'm sure she's not working 1,440 hours a day. Is that how many? I
She
mean,
works
minutes a
from
day?
11 a.m. till 7 p.m.
And so how are the situations handled outside of when she's either not here or she's on
So
vacation?
if there's an incident that occurs when she's not working, we could actually call her. If it was the middle of the night, we need expertise. If there's a call, she will get a referral, and she can follow up the next day with whomever that was in crisis. To just today, or this afternoon, she responded to someone who made some suicidal statements, so she responded with the police officer. But being able to have that professional assistance embedded with us is very important. Again, it is a resource for the community to be able to call in and talk to her. And if you have any issues with a family member, or you have any questions about mental health in general.
And so when she's on vacation or something, how is it? Is it outsourced or what happened?
We haven't gotten to that point yet. She's only been here for a month. I guess it's something we'd have to talk about and figure out how we would backfill, but we have gone without. So July 1st, from when I started until when Emily started, we didn't have a clinician because the one we had
Oh,
left.
no, I understand that. I
So
was
there will
just-
be a period of time. We do have some additional resources that we can tap into, that we use for assistance when we do encounter people in crisis. But having her here every day is, I think, makes us better. And, you know, we're also trained in it, but having her expertise, I think, increases our ability to deal and understand what people are going through when we do encounter them.
Okay, thank you.
Go ahead.
Kathy McCormick, Canton. I just have like two really quick questions. One, are you going to be putting a checklist out of like what has been accomplished? Because I've read the whole audit. There's a lot of stuff there.
There is.
And the second thing is, I went to the police website and sent an email. Now, it said it went to Helena Rafferty. Like, where is your contact information?
Contact is jperkins@town.canton.ma.us.
So do you know, does anyone know where those emails go? Because I never got an answer
That
back.
goes to me. So if you send it to me, it'll
No,
come
but
to
I
me.
know yours does, if I can remember it.
I don't
But
know where that one goes.
So did maybe Helena get it? Do you know, Mr. Duty?
Helena definitely didn't get it. I'll check with IT. For a period of time, usually, when an employee leaves, the emails are forwarded to the person taking that spot, but usually just for 30 days. The chief's been here longer than that now, so
Right.
they could just be going and being
Yeah.
saved.
I sent it like last week. I mean,
Yeah.
it should really be updated
Yeah,
for people.
I'll talk to Lou, and we'll make sure that the site gets updated.
Okay,
All right?
thank you.
Yep.
And as far as the checklist goes, I think to answer your first question, I would defer to Mr. Duty, but we have discussed today, a couple hours ago actually, about creating and going through and making a checklist. So I think
Yeah.
that's something we can work on, and I would defer to him as when that would be published or put out to the community.
Very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And welcome aboard.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you. You don't have to stay.
Mr. Albert.
Next up is Mr. Trotters for the Public Works update.
I think we're about to have a guest up, and we're gonna get rid of the Canton Select Board. Hold on a second here. Boom, done. What a friggin' day, man. I had no idea that was gonna happen with John Como. It's crazy. No idea. I talked to him like a little bit before my show and had no idea that was gonna happen tonight. And he's gonna be on here later. When he gets home, when he gets back home, he's going to jump up. And Oblivious Benson's sending all kinds of things in the chat. I don't even know what these are. The code of conduct. The code of she wants to, I thought she was going to go like be a comedian tonight, but now she's like, she's getting into the details in the background of the chat here. She is here in the green room. She just has to turn on her microphone and I'll know she's ready and I'll put her on camera. Looks like she's enjoying herself right now. In the back green room. Wow, she's having a party. She's ready. She's ready.
Hello.
What's up,
How
Olivia?
are you?
I said Olivia. Oblivious Benson. Now Olivia's on my tongue today. Oblivious.
Yeah, they're recording me too, man. Am I too loud?
We're recording. We are recording live to tape tonight.
We're recording. I'm being wiretapped.
Jesus. Oh my God.
By the way, can I ask you a question about?
Yes.
Because I'm really into policies, procedures, and laws. I know I don't look like it, but I am. I'm one of those people, like, when I see a jaywalker, I'm like, arrest them, put them in jail. Like, I just don't, I'm like, stop breaking the rules. This isn't Vietnam. So, like, very Larry David, you cut in line, I'm gonna confront you. But I'm looking up policies, procedures, regulations, and I'm looking up wiretapping today because I'm like, what's the big, you can't fucking, my family records each other all the time. And we use it to threaten each other. Like, this is just normal behavior in Texas anyway.
That's like
constantly.
that's like a felony. It's a felony.
I mean, when you were a kid, you'd call
do you
and
know
you'd
you
be
do?
like,
Do they know you?
sometimes I prank called people all the time.
Don't-
I'd be just
prank phone
just-
calls are different. I think I don't know.
but then I'd
Well,
record it.
Actually, that yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. What about like,
me.
okay, every creator in Massachusetts, like you, Turtle Boy, John, have you guys ever called anyone from your show?
I mean, I call guest. Do what you
Do
mean
you-
ambush type thing?
No, like I've seen episodes where like okay, I remember one time, I don't remember if she called him or he called her, but it's the episode that I first saw of Turtle Boy. I laughed for 9 days, and it was bird lady, big bird, fuck, what's her name?
Yeah, you know
Jill
the thing
Daniels.
on him though. I mean, most of the time when he's talking about somebody,
Mhm. No,
they're
to
watching.
her. She called or he called her. One of them called each other. It was him and Jill, and they're just yelling, and he's like smiling, and he's like having a fun time. She does not sound thrilled, but I thought that he called her once, and one time Paul, and then I thought you called someone one time, but not as like a prank. I think just to talk to them, and it occurred to me like, and shoot, John Cuomo, I'm sure he's called people. Is that
think I have.
wiretapping?
Like I don't think I actually have as a prank. I'm trying to think. Like,
Well, not even a prank,
if,
just to
if
call
I do
someone.
call somebody like that, I would definitely say I'm recording and we're on a live show. I
Okay.
think Turtle Boy actually does that. He actually
Okay.
says live to tape. I'm recording you. I'm letting you know. He does call. And most of the time when Turtle Boy has called someone on his live show, you have to realize that Turtle Boy has so much a reach. He's
Yeah.
promoted that he's going to talk about them that night. They're
But
fucking
are you
watching him.
allowed? Is there a
Listen to me.
difference?
Oblivious. Let me answer.
Okay.
They're actually watching him. So they know he's
Okay.
fucking calling them on a fucking live show. Like,
Yeah.
and to me, he doesn't even have to say it, and he does say it. So yeah,
Okay.
go ahead. Sorry.
I'm
Sorry,
just wondering,
got a
like,
little
can you really
edgy.
get? I don't think that counts as, because my argument is I don't think that counts as wiretapping, and it's simply because
No.
when you look up the definitions of wiretapping,
Wiretapping is when you call somebody on a phone line and or record somebody even with a
Yes.
tape recorder, and you don't let them know. They don't know.
but a lot of the stuff I saw said for surreptitious purposes. And I don't think any of that's surreptitious. And I don't think that, even prank calls are surreptitious. It's like
Well,
a goof, right?
that's the part right there. I mean,
It
now you
just
get
pisses
into
me
the
off that
law.
you can't.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It pisses me off that you can't
I
do
don't
that.
like wiretapping laws because I get the idea of them because they don't want
Mhm.
people to do extortion because that's what sometimes they're used for.
Yeah.
But extortion is a crime, so why do we have to have the wiretapping law? Because sometimes people are recording and it's not extortion. Do you know what I
And I
mean?
just wanna
Sometimes it's
be
like
yeah.
if I'm talking to friggin', let's say I don't know, let's say Brian Higgins.
Mhm.
Like, why should I have to let him know? You know what I mean? I'm a reporter. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to
Yes.
extort him. I'm trying to friggin' get to the heart of what happened here. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't really like wiretapping laws.
I don't
Most
like it at
states don't
all.
have them. Most states don't have them. But it is what it is, and I'm not going to break the law because I
Yeah.
don't want to pay more. I'm paying a shitload for lawyer right now, and I didn't do anything wrong. So,
Yeah.
and I don't do shit wrong because of that. Like, I don't
That's
want to
true.
have to deal with that shit. That's not what I do here. I have conversations with people. We don't need to go there. Turtle Boy, is different breed, and I'm not gonna shit on him for whatever he's doing without even knowing all the details. That's my basic point
What
about
is
all
he
this.
or
Well,
I
there's
don't
allegations
under
out there, and there's audio, and there's all this
it's a
drama around it,
lot.
and it's like people want you to pick a side and all this shit too. Like
Yeah, I'm not
people
into that.
I
I'm
did a
not into
show
that.
earlier and people are blocking me because they think I said one thing on one side and then on the other side they're blocking me saying I didn't say enough on this side. It's like I'm not playing that. I'm being honest on
Yeah.
it and I'm being real to me and that's it. Like I'm just so done with people telling me I have to
Yeah.
do this or do that. It's like you wanted me to say something, I'll say something and you might not like what I said, so fuck you.
Well, I get stuck in the middle all the time because I have friends on both sides of all kinds of arguments. But the way I look
Right.
at it is like it's look, you treat someone the way you want to be treated, right? The thumper rule. Would you want your friend telling you who to be friends with? No. So I don't do that to people. I don't like that. That's actually something I'm very against. Like I'm like, if somebody comes to me and says, you have to break up with that friend, or you can't talk to that friend, or I demand you put out a statement against that friend, I'm like, okay, then you obviously don't, you're not a good friend. So I don't need to do that. Like, why would you ask me to do that? So I kind of err on the side of like, would you want me to do that to you? No? Okay, then can we just be cool? Can you, if anything, I try to mediate. And that always blows up in your face because I think you got to get two people
It's a
talking.
thankless job. It's a
It
thankless job. You
is.
have to really care about what you're mediating.
And it
I
sucks when
offered
it's
it today for
one-sided.
different people. Yeah.
Yeah, like when
Yeah.
you're going to one and in between them, and I'm the type who's like, "Can we just get everyone at the table, and then I'll ease my way out, and you guys come out and you're fine?" Like, we don't have to do all this. It bothers
Exactly.
me when people don't give each other the benefit of the doubt or humanity. But on the subject of the wiretapping thing, I asked because I do truly think that YouTube in itself, people can laugh at me and rip on me or whatever. It's an art form, it's a form of satire. What TB does is satire. What John does in a way is satire, and what you do is satire. So I feel like there's like a cover there, right? And I feel like there's some sort of loophole, especially because I've seen it in a lot of these wiretapping laws that I've looked over. And it's like, I truly feel like there needs to be a challenge in a way, I guess, to change some precedent. And there's so many states that just let you record. And it's the death of like, I don't know. I just love prank calling so much. And I just don't understand why we can't hide behind this veil or guys
Well, you
like
can prank
Howard
call, you
Stern.
just can't record it without letting them know. That's the problem.
But that
Uh,
was the fun part of
you
it.
know what? Let's bring up Dixie. Did you see what he did tonight? Did you
I
watch
did.
that
That's
other
what
Dixie?
those links are. I think the thing he was talking about. So I did an 8-hour episode on policies and procedures for the select board once. I don't know if you saw it, but it was crazy. It was a whole work shift, but we went over everything as it applied to trial one. And that's why I'm just asking. I think everybody should be allowed to say whatever they want. You could record it, you could splice it, you could DJ it, whatever you want to do. I don't care. But like when it comes to laws like for a town, especially if you have to live there, right? I'm thinking about select boards. I've never seen stuff like this. We don't have that here. And I'm amazed by it. So as we were going through this 8-hour episode, Mike, the rules are rigid, unflinching, and they come straight from the state. Chris broke at least 6 or 7 like codes of ethics in what he did to John.
Allegedly, if you believe what John said, which I
Well,
do.
it's 3 each. It's John and his stepdaughter. That's 6.
Well, I don't know if the stepdaughter heard the call, but yeah. But
D-
this
uh-oh.
rumor's been going around. I mean, this has been used against John by multiple people from that crew. So I'm really glad he addressed it tonight. I think
You
it
talking
was
about
unfair.
Chris Albert calling and saying those
Well,
mean things?
the phone call we heard what John said, and I do
Mhm.
believe John on it, but
Me
it
too.
is hearsay. Let's just be honest, and I just like to be careful. But at the
Mhm.
same time, that shit's been thrown at John. I seen on social media for a long time from that crew of people. I don't know who specifically, but let's find out. Let's bring up Dixie because I think he wants to talk about this. And I was surprised. I didn't know this was going to happen, but to see his ex-wife up there, beautiful woman, and of course, because Dixie's a handsome, strapping man. You see how big he is, handsome, and his stepdaughter. To see that, I felt good because I had heard that rumor for a long time too, and it just you don't want to think like that about somebody that you like, and it was good to see it happen tonight. So let's bring up John. John, what's up?
Hey, I need to step out and come right back in because I'm in my vehicle, and of course somebody called me right as you were bringing me up, and now I can't hear you. So I just got to reset for 1 second.
Okay, we'll bring you
All
back.
right, I'll be right back.
All right, Dixie.
He used to dress like a
John.
chicken, right?
Yeah, it's John Como.
He's so funny. The Pricks Insider thing, I put it on my. Do you remember that? He talked about his
Yeah, I
beer
do.
on your
I
channel.
do. Frickson. Oh yeah, Frickson cider.
He called it Pricks Insider. I
Pricks
spit
Insider.
coffee everywhere when I heard it, and I still laugh at it. I love stuff like that. He's
He
great.
had ads for it. He had
That
ads
guy.
for it the whole 9 yet.
He did? Did he make
his
one? Did he
channel-
make an actual beer?
Yeah, he made ads for it, and his channel is Canton Chronicle. We have it in the chat right now, in the YouTube chat. What's up, John?
I seen it with Boozy.
Hey guys. Oh yeah, she was with me on Sunday, so she could so she's got firsthand knowledge of exactly what happened. So
She was there when it happened. Did she hear you talking to him?
no, she was there when Colin drove by and
Okay.
and accused. So obviously I wanted to test out the theory that Chris walked home and he would have made it home, and been upstairs for 20 minutes before Colin came home to give him a kiss. So that's what we did. We went to go, Boozy and Eric went to 34 Fairview. I went to the waterfall. They left. I gave him a 4-minute head start because Chris didn't leave the bar until 12:14, not 12:10. Both times they made it back to Maple Street before I barely even got to leave the bar. There's no way. So that's all we were doing. We never went down. They drove down the street and turned back around because I never made it in time. But Colin drove by and he saw us. So he ran back and reported to his father. And that's how, and I'm sure the Patriots, because the Patriots are on, maybe, this is speculation. Maybe he had some drinks flowing and he decided he got angry enough he wanted to call me.
It was amazing when your wife, the stepdaughter, and you, all three of you, were so good, one after another. And then you basically silence from the board. Just absolute dead silence. Like it was just
Well,
like
last
wow.
week you saw what happened last meeting when Brenda spoke. He jabbed at her.
Yeah. But
Can I
the
ask
other
you-
board members, not a peep. Like you
Yeah.
can tell they were so uncomfortable. Like the woman, I was looking at Harrington, looking at JR, looking at Trish. They looked uncomfortable.
I was going to say the words, but my legal counsel, you know who that is, advised me to. He goes, you know what? Just yes, George.
It's better. I'm
You know,
glad you didn't. I'm glad
I
you
told
didn't
him,
because
and he goes,
yeah.
you might want to soften that up. But it was I told the police chief. I met the police chief out front, and I introduced myself. I introduced my ex-wife, and I started to tell him. And he goes, I already know. Peter told me. Peter Murphy was there. And I said, I go, you know what? If this was any random citizen that called me, I would not be here right now. It's only because of his position in the town is why we did that. I can verbal joust one-on-one with anyone.
You did today. I mean, you were very clear in your statement about what happened and what was said. And
You
I
know,
just don't know how the other board members can sit there and not. I mean, obviously they have the executive meetings where they talk about this stuff, but I just can't. I can't imagine what they're saying to him because if I were them, I would be saying, dude, if you don't resign, we're gonna have to like investigate this because it's out of hand at this point. It's embarrassing.
Can I ask Dixie a question?
Yeah.
You go to a lot of these board meetings because I've seen you speak at them. We actually used to follow them after Mike. I was like the talking dead, you know? Like Mike
Yeah.
is my walking dead. We'd pick apart Mike's version of the select board. And I have to say this, I've never seen them, I don't think, respond to the citizens during that vetting or what do you call it? Venting, like when they
They
come
did
up.
last
It's a
week.
public
John,
speaking. Yeah.
Chris
Yeah,
did. Once in a
Yeah.
while they do. Chris Albert did last week, actually.
yeah, that was my question. But it's usually an explosion of anger. Like, have they
Yeah.
ever responded positively during that time? And
No.
when and where can we see that?
No. No. They
Wow,
haven't.
because there is
I've,
a bylaw about
I've
that.
seen
They
them.
are
I've seen
required
them.
to participate.
I've seen it happen. I've seen them respond positively, but it hasn't been from
Chris
Not from the
Albert?
board.
the usual suspects. It's something like something else. Like someone's coming up. I think they responded. Didn't they respond to the people who came up and complained about was it trick or treating or something going on in their neighborhood with the kids? I mean, they have.
Yeah,
I
but
have
was that
seen them
during
actually.
public? Was that during public speaking, or was that during when they? Because here's the thing: lots of times people ask to be put on the agenda, right? And it's really
And then they
nothing
get
to be
pushed to
put on the
public comment.
agenda. And most of the times, they're not. They don't put you on the agenda because they don't want to hear from you. They'll give you your 3 minutes, but they're never going to put you on the agenda. We were on the
Like
agenda in the past because
look at
because
George.
of
Remember George? They did
yeah.
that to George. They
Yep.
they put him. He wanted to be on the agenda, so they used him on public comment, and then John Conley was yelling at him. Remember that?
Just to
That
give
was public comment.
just to give an update
So they
on
do break their
what
rules
another board was
sometimes.
doing. Yeah.
So
It's just
they do break their
interesting.
rules sometimes, but it's mostly like what you said, Olivia, explosions. Usually, once in
It
a
is.
while, it's because they like them and they'll be nice to them. So they do break those rules.
Well, but it says that they are required as select board members to actively participate and respond to the problems of the town. It doesn't say problems, it says like complaints and concerns, I believe is the verbiage. So at whatever time it is in the meeting doesn't really freaking matter to me. The question is, you guys have had some very, very, very serious issues in that town. Very serious. Things that, like, I know people get goofy and crazy sometimes, but things that are like at their core concerns. Like, I remember there was one where they wanted to give a bunch of money to get a new boat, and 10 people stood up and said, we need body cams for the police. How do we do that? How can you do that? Can we have body cams for the police? Here's why. And then they're like, but what about this boat issue? This boat could sink in 10 years. And it's like, what are we even talking about? And then they're practically screaming, screw the boat. What are we going to do? And they just stood there, glazed eyes, sat there, glazed eyes. Bob was drooling. Nobody responded. And the guy's like, well, and nothing. And it's just crazy. At what point are they allowed to just, I guess, it's not even a ghost. It's like they just sit there and they don't respond to the town's concerns. What is the purpose of it if they're going to ice you guys out?
So for the majority of the time, for many years, it almost runs itself. There's no conflict. It's just like, yeah, whoever's in that position that was voted into that position is doing the job, and we just assume that they're going to make the right choice for everybody. And we're not in that position anymore.
Do you feel like they've been making, I mean, I do feel like Susan, when Mike was going to run and then he dropped out because we couldn't get a good campaign slogan, and then Susan took over. I feel like there was a lot of hope. Like, people looked really thrilled. People were screaming, right? Like, I remember tuning in and everyone's like, oh, wow, Susan. Like, people were thrilled, and I was thrilled.
They
for
thought
y'all.
the same thing at the beginning of Trish too, but one person doesn't make a change on a board, and especially on the first year. On the first year, you're there, you have a vote, but you really aren't. You have a say, but you don't want to rock the boat right off the bat. And even if you do, okay, so it's going to be 4-1. You know what I mean? It's like, so it's a token no vote. So you gotta you go on, you learn what's going on. 99 times out of 100, some of these meetings are just to do, the all the money, vote the expended, the expenses for the month, and give somebody an alcohol license for one day, that kind of stuff. Then you're right. Then you got Susan. So now you're up to 2, and JR has been middle of the ground to begin with. I think the only reason I was there tonight, there was 2 parts of the conversation. One, the whole dick pic thing by Chris, right? And you're an elected official. The other one where he accused me of trying to bribe JR to come on. We don't have any money on Canton Chronicle, okay? So there was no bribe, first off. Second off, I extended the offer to every one of them to come walk along with us, and when we were doing the trash. The only 2 that even he answered was Trish and Susan. And Susan was the one that made it. Okay? It's not like I'm trying to be confrontational all the time. I'm trying to help. I donated all the money back to the town that we made on the show. We gave it to the dog shelter. Now we gave it to the American Legion. So that's how I took offense at that. You can be mad at someone, but argue the merits. Don't just friggin' attack someone to attack someone.
Yeah.
It's good that you aired it out too, honestly, at this point, because you've been taking these accusations your family has, your stepdaughter, your ex-wife, for a while.
For 3 years now.
Them.
Yep.
I didn't
And
know
your
about
ex-wife was there.
Yeah.
She was there backing you
How
up.
did that feel? Tell us, like, how do they feel too? Because they must feel victimized by all this.
So my
too.
stepdaughter, I didn't think she knew about it. I was trying to just take. I don't care what people say about me. I really don't. I play hockey. I know how to get under people's skin. Okay. I do it on purpose every week. Every Wednesday, I do it on purpose. All right. So I'm good at it. So when people try to do it to me and they're, oh, you mad, bro? No, I love that kind of stuff. But when they start attacking the innocent people, or when it does get to the innocent people, now I'm going to defend them. All right. And so that's what that is. My stepdaughter, I didn't think she knew about it, but she did, because people have been sending her stuff saying, this is your dad. Not even stepfather. This is your dad, And she's like, oh my God. And I'm like, and then I have to answer. I'm like, yeah, they're doing whatever they can to hurt. They only do it to hurt. So if they can't hurt me, yeah.
She was
best
amazing.
thing to do is go public. That was the best thing you can do. I'm glad. What's your stepdaughter's name?
Shannon.
Shannon, you kicked ass tonight. And
Shannon, you
your
ruled.
ex-wife's name?
Patricia
and Shannon. Like,
yeah.
This is the best thing you can do. Just friggin' address it, let people hear it. Well, we could
Mhm.
hear it, how
No, let
honest
me
you
tell you
were, how
something.
brave you were.
So Patricia's a
Mhm.
city girl, right? She never even knew Canton before we got married. When I met her, and I'm from Canton. She's like, Canton, well, and she only was a couple towns. You know, she's in West Roxbury, right? And I'm like, 3 towns away. You never heard of Canton, you know? But so yeah, so we, we go to Canton. We've had disagreements with past members of the Canton Police Force. I'll tell you, she got in a disagreement with one who used to follow her around the town because she worked in town. She worked at Reebok for like 20 something years. So that was good. It was a 4 mile commute. And he would rev his engine at her, like, from behind. And she, city girl, she's like, you think that's going to scare me? So she just gives him the finger and keeps on going. Like, screw you. Like, you're going to intimidate me because, just because you're a cop?
This was a cop who did this?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
We went to Helena. Nothing ever happened.
Didn't Helena run a guy over? Was that her? She ran an
Yeah,
old
by
man
accident.
over?
It was an
Guy
accident.
named
It
Mike
was an
Barrett.
accident.
Okay.
It's the fact that, she wants the town to take responsibility, not her. That's the problem. But it was an accident.
It was.
Okay. That was a bit weird though, for a moment.
Yeah.
When I heard that
She
story, I
wa-
was like, that's kind of weird that like
I know that intersection. It is a dark intersection. I get it. He had a reflective vest on. He had a cane. I think he may have had a little flashlight or something. It is a really dark
Is
section.
he
She was coming.
okay?
Oh, he had a ton of surgeries. It's costly. That was a costly accident.
God.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Affected
Does
his
that guy
life
have a
big time.
GoFundMe or something? Like, is he still getting surgeries? I just wondered, like, we didn't hear
Couldn't
anything
tell
about
you
him.
that.
Damn. Well, this
There's
chief
something
will
for you to
hopefully
do,
be better.
Oblivious.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go
Yeah.
find this guy. I'm worried
Yeah,
about
I
him.
reported.
You got work now.
I reported on her last court date.
Okay.
When she tried to get it thrown out, because saying that she's always on duty and they're suing the wrong person. They should be suing the town, not her. I'm like, you weren't working. You were coming back from shopping. You were going
Yeah.
home after you went to shopping. But
She charged him for overtime? Is she part of that overtime scandal like the
She's
others,
on
or is she
salary.
out of
She's
that?
on
she was on
salary. Her
overtime.
overtime's for the Patriots. Yeah.
She was on.
Let's talk. I want to talk about this. Not the old chief, the new chief, because the new chief was there tonight. The first time we've seen a chief at a select board meeting in a couple of years, and no yelling, no screaming, no blaming citizens, and he actually got applause when he announced, and brought out this woman who's, I guess, going to help with the mental health of the police officers. And I also saw him shake. Not Dennis, Rich, who was in the chat tonight, the Duck King, the guy who was charged for duck littering. He shook the hand of the police chief, I noticed, right before the police chief went up to speak tonight. What do you think about this police chief Perkins right now and how he's handling things and the progress in the town? It seems like it is starting to work a little bit. What do you think, John? Do we lose John, or is it me that's gone? What's going on
Helena
here?
got him.
Yeah, Helena got him.
She
You
got
froze too. You were like, you stopped moving. You're like,
She clipped him. John, where are you? Are you
John,
okay,
are you
bud?
still alive?
John, we're worried. Oh no.
Dramatic John is making us wait.
I'm home.
Oh,
Sorry.
See, fucking hey, I knew it. I
Can you
knew
hear
it.
me
What's
now?
going on? Did you listen to that 5-minute question? You're not gonna make me
Yeah,
ask
I
you
heard
again.
it. I was answering. You asked me all about the chief. I could hear it.
Oh,
How stoned
Yeah.
are we? Jesus,
I'm
I
not
heard
stoned.
nothing.
No, I'm not
No,
stoned.
me
I've
and
never.
Mike.
Oh,
We heard
yeah.
nothing.
I need to smoke weed. Let's go.
I'm John
I heard the
Cena.
whole thing.
What do you think? I'm asking you. What do you think about this?
I was answering you. I shook his hand outside. He seems way too young to be retired. At least that's just what it appears. He looks wicked young. He seems like a very nice guy, and like I said, I hope it's a step in the right direction. You know, I mean, he's only been in there for a month or two.
That's a good answer. I
All
wonder
right.
if he's available. Does he want to be the police chief? Is he applying for it? What do you think?
So I missed the question and answers. I walked the ex-wife and stepdaughter out to their cars. Oh, speaking of which, so I was on the phone with Boozy as I was walking back to my vehicle, and one of the Alberts comes driving by, and whoever's in the passenger seat of the little white SUV was like, "Go F forgot
Go
something.
F yourself.
Go F yourself." Yeah, yep. I'm just glad they didn't throw anything out the window at me.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I mean, they just never learn. They never learn.
They're so mad. They're so angry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So so in Canton, you just drive around and like the leader of the select board and all the cops, they just see you and they're just like, "Hey, fuck you!" And then you're like, "Ah!" And then they chase you, and then Colin comes out, and goes, "Ah!" And then it's like, and then you have to go to a meeting so you can tell on him. Otherwise, people aren't going to believe this shit. And then he looks down in shame and says nothing. And then you guys just do that every week.
It's pretty much exactly like you just said.
Dude, that sounds awesome. What the fuck?
It's
Are you
literally
gonna
high
move? Why
school
don't you move to Canton? Where are you living? Why
Oh.
don't you move to Canton? Oblivious.
I'm
You
in
would
Texas.
wreak havoc
One
down there.
person puts a gun, they point it at you, and then you go, "I'm never going to bother anyone again." And you walk away and you just don't bother anyone after that. And that's how it works here. I've never seen this type of fuckery before. When I went to visit Provincetown, I had 11 gays call me a fat bitch, and I laughed and they hugged me later. And they offered to take me around and give me drugs, and I didn't want them, so they ignored me. And I just sat there and they said, "This is fun." And I said, "I guess this is fun." Everyone was really mean. They're super fast. They're always like, "Hurry up." They'll pick a facial feature and they'll just call you that. They'll be like, "Hey, nose, come here." And it's like, "What? Hey, eyebrows." And that's just it. And I kind of love it. But other than that, like, I don't want to get yelled at by a co-op. And I also don't want Colin Albert chasing me at night in some gray sweatpants, calling me names. Like, I don't like that. The whole White Claw thing is weird. We don't do that. Like, that's for like the high school kids. We don't do that. I mean, to me, that's Zima level. Like, I don't know what you guys are doing with that. Like, get rid of that.
I
Stop
didn't
with
do the
White Claw.
Zimas either. No Zimas. No bottles and James. That was the back then, or what was it, California coolers? Nah.
Boone's Farm, Mad Dog. But here's the thing,
I
though.
did Mad Dog.
Mad Dog,
and Boone's
Orange
Farm.
Jubilee. I don't even drink. I just know this because I'm around alcoholics. And you guys are all alcoholics too. So it's like you guys could be like us. You just have to be mean to the women. Okay. So that's step one to be Texas. Be mean to the women. And everybody gets a gun. So imagine what's happening to you every week, but give Colin a gun. That's literally welcome to Texas. Like, that's it.
Massachusetts is an open carry state, you know.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Here, like, they say you're not supposed to wave it at people, but people do it all the time. And also, like, there have been times when the sheriff in our town has had a gun pointed at a family member of mine, and their gun is pointed at the neighbor, and it's like a Spider-Man situation. And then by the end of the night, they're just showing off each other's guns and having a beer while the sheriff's on fucking duty. And it's like, what are we doing here? But like, at the end of the day, you shake hands and you go home, and you just don't do that anymore. But like in Canton, it's like a cycle. Like, these people, they're like the McPoyles. Like, they just exist in their bathrobes and get on the roof. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
And I don't understand the Crystal Light thing. Like, like, I'm on a diet, so I'll get wasted with Crystal Light. What is that? That's when I was like, I might move there because that's kind of crazy. Like, I need to. It's like a Target, but outside. Like, it's like it's Democrat, but everyone's like real mean and they talk like Republicans. And here everyone's a Republican, but they talk like little bitches like Democrats. So I'm like so confused. I love it, but I'm scared of it. Yeah, I'll move there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck it. Yeah.
It was never like that here, or a lot of the towns. It was never like that in a lot of the towns, and I'm sure people are going to be like, "Well, if you just shut up and stop coming here, then maybe we could get back to it." But you're still hiding all the stuff that needs to be fixed.
It's so pretty though. I mean, you guys have leaves and shit. We have
We do have
Elon
leaves.
dumping battery acid in our water. And we have these things called zebra clams that grow on the bird scooters when you throw them in the lake, and then it affects our water. And then the
Yeah,
little
zebra
boys,
mussels.
yeah,
Yeah, we
yeah,
get that up
beaver
here.
mussels. And then the boys get bitch tits because it creates a
Yeah.
toxoplasmosis in them. It's
No,
insane.
beaver mussels. That's what Canada gets. That's beaver
No,
mussels.
it's oyster.
Yeah. Those are in
Wait,
Canada.
zebra. We get
Right.
zebra is what they're called.
Zebra
And
mussels. Yeah.
they eat metal. And so when the kids throw the Zoom scooters in the lake, they pile, and then the clam population goes crazy. So I feel like we have
Beaver
lots
clams.
of-
Those are in Montreal. That's
Yeah.
different. It's a whole different thing. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a big zebra clam problem here, but you guys are being chased by wild Colin Albert. So like
I
I'm
know.
very concerned for you. And you're not
Uh,
can you film him chasing you, or do you have to get his consent if he's attacking you?
Oh my God. I was on the phone. I wasn't even thinking about anyone coming down the street
Film
after
anyone
me.
in public.
Yeah, you're in
Pretty
public.
much. Yeah. Put a camera
Right.
out. Put a cell phone out. It's pretty much established. You can do that.
Now, I have to ask, we've never met. And I don't have my cheaters on, and I'm using my phone. This is who?
Julie
You can
Nate.
call her Olivia, like I was.
No, I'm
It's
Julie
oblivious.
Nate.
Oblivious.
Oblivious. Oh, are you Oblivious Benson?
That's
Yeah.
right.
Okay,
I'm the
so
one
you're
that everyone gets mad at because I won't pick a side. I think you're all wonderful.
you're
I think you guys
you're
are all
the
creative.
stand-up comic or something.
Yeah, Quamic.
Okay.
And
Comic.
I'm in
Yeah.
trouble. I have 2 comedians on the show tonight.
I'm not a comedian.
Yeah,
I just
you
have
are.
ADD.
Yeah, you are. Dude,
I
you
just
dressed
have
up
a
in a
ball
fucking
gag.
duck suit. You're a comedian.
It was a
Oh,
chick.
that's
Go
what I
with
did
it.
want to say. So yeah, you said I've been to a lot of meetings. I usually don't speak. I usually will
Right.
wear a
You just show
costume.
up and go like this.
I wear a costume and I'll have a sign just
You were at
because I'm
one-
like, you
Where
know,
one
just
of your toes were out, and I was very upset. I
my
don't-
toes. were-
Yeah, you were wearing. I don't like feet, and I saw a lot of feet at that meeting. A lot of
I
people.
thought
like
he had boots
lots of
on.
toes
He's
out.
got
No,
he
no,
wears boots.
I got
I've
my
never
boots
seen
on all
him
the
show
time.
his toes.
I'm
Believe me,
pretty
I'd
sure he
notice.
showed
I don't
his-
like it
I'm
either.
pretty positive. And there was a blonde lady
No,
outside.
not
yelling at me.
John.
Very
Not John.
funny.
You got the wrong. There were some people showing toe, and I
I
didn't
swear,
like it.
I
But
saw
not
toe.
John.
I saw toe.
That's
No,
why I like
used to
John.
take
He
my
wears
shirt
boots.
off.
He
I used
wears
to take
boots.
my shirt off, but yeah,
Yeah.
No.
no
He'll
more
show
of
you
that.
his nipples, but he won't
I
show
saw
you
too
his
much
toes.
toe that day.
Too much.
And then
So-
you had.
Were
you
you
were
gonna
hanging
say
out with-
something serious, Sean, before this comedian put us on
No.
the nipples
I
and
know.
toes?
I was. So basically, the costumes were just to show them how, like, just how outrageous, like, the stuff was going on. And too many people were going up to the microphone just so angry all the time. And I'm like, I'm not that type of guy. I'd rather just do it with a little bit of humor, stand in the back, and, you know, if they'll get it, you know. But so.
Wait, Boozy said Boozy. She said you
I
don't wear
know.
socks. You don't wear socks.
Say
with
that
your boots?
quickly. Say that
Boozy
again.
Beauty.
Boozy
Hey,
what?
Can she? Hey, she
What's
wants.
her
Can
name?
she come on? Boozy
Boozy
Beauty.
Yeah,
She's
but
got
we're
the
only going to
link.
be on for a few more minutes because I
Well, let her
can't do
on
too
then.
late tonight.
Answer
her
the
on for a minute.
allegation.
You have a
Answer the
link. Can you give it to her?
She's got it. Boozy, click on that
Oh, then
link.
come up. She can come up.
John,
was the
answer
allegation?
allegation. Do you
With
wear
who?
socks with your boots or not?
Absolutely, right now I do. They're brand new boots. Uh-oh.
Boozy Boozy Booty. Boozy Beauty. See, I did the Boozy Beauty.
So
I have
here's the
trouble
thing.
with it.
I
She
used-
gives
I
me
used
trouble
to-
every time on it too. I'm glad someone else screwed it up.
When I'm home, I'm always barefoot. But then I started just like, if I'm in a rush or I'm going to walk the dog, maybe I don't go grab my socks. And what happens is it ruins your sneakers or your boots. And once they're ruined, I just keep wearing them barefoot. So yeah, I have been,
No, dude.
yeah. But once I
No.
bought a new pair of boots, I've been wearing socks with them all the time. So
I wear.
That's
Yeah.
why
So-
Colin
Gotta wear
Albert keeps catching you. If you had socks on in your boots, you could get away from them.
yeah, but Boozy has been around me when I invented this new footwear. They're called sleekers. Basically, I step on the backs of my sneakers so that I can get my feet, because I got size 14 feet, so I got
That's a
these huge
shoehorn.
feet, right? And so they're like slip-on sneakers. They're like sleekers. And so when Boozy and I were doing the election coverage, And she's walking around with me, and she looks down and I think she was just disgusted by, my
Do they
no
squish?
socks.
Like when you walk in them without the socks, do they squish? Do they make a fart noise in your
No,
boot?
because I
No.
jam my feet in. My feet are so
Enough
big.
about the feet tonight.
I know.
God.
How big are your
Oblivious.
fucking
You do
feet?
have a foot
Get
fetish.
bigger
You like,
boots.
you're into
No,
John's. Most girls want to see him with his shirt
I
off. You're
hate
into his feet. You
I
are
hate
totally
feet.
into John's
I
feet.
hate feet, and we should
You want him to send you some
no
feet pictures.
no
Lucy's got the link. I can't believe she never came in.
no.
Thank God,
I
because
will
she would
I
have
just
outed
sent it
every.
to her too.
She
All
would
right, I
have
just
outed
sent it to her.
everything.
no.
I just
Yeah.
sent
Before
Boozy
you-
the link too on Twitter.
She's watching. She would cheat out everything.
I was gonna. What was I
Well,
gonna
that's
say?
the other thing. That's the other thing I like to clear up with people too. So Boozy went to the same college at the same time as my stepdaughter. Right? They're the exact same age. I treat Boozy literally like I treat my stepdaughter. I treat it, like a family member. But same thing. You have all these horrible people thinking, and there was someone else that is a prominent Free Karen reader that also said something, but I don't want to get into it. But we all know who I'm talking about. The same thing, talking about sexual relations with these kids, and I'm like, I don't understand why they use the low hanging fruit all the time. The Alberts do it. It's always about sex with people. I just don't get it.
Because it sells. That's why it sells. That's why. I heard crazy shit about me too. Like people know I don't leave my house basically.
It's
Like unless
locker
I'm
room talk.
working or I'm going to do something with the family. But they accuse me of stuff too. Like that's crazy stuff. Like just it's so funny.
Listen,
Similar
I'm
stuff, John,
anti
actually.
feet. I don't
Similar
like
stuff.
feet. It wasn't a sex thing. I
All right.
really hate feet.
Let's get
Don't
Boozy in here.
put that on
Boozy
me.
is here. We're gonna bring up Boozy
Boozy,
Boozy
be good.
Beauty.
Be good.
Hi,
Please
Boozy
be good.
Boozy Beauty.
Help me.
Be good.
I can't. So the rumors are true. Yes, Jonathan does not wear socks with his boots.
Mullins
We didn't
better
need
not
to
be
know
doing
that.
anything.
All I wanted to know is that he didn't send that. He didn't do his daughter. His stepdaughter stood up for him today. I thought was huge. I thought that was amazing to see that against Chris Albert and the smear campaign.
Shannon is a tough cookie too. Shannon and I were at the same college at the same time, although we managed not to bump into one another. But
Fights a lot of girls.
we have met once or twice since then, and she's a tough cookie. She's no nonsense, and I can only imagine what she felt when she heard what Chris said about her. So I'm glad she was there tonight to support. I'm glad everyone showed up. Everyone, all his family members.
Brenda. Yeah.
I mean, Chris did say some vile things in that phone call. He had some pretty distinctive claims about John and me and Eric. And I'm just glad, above all, John's family was there for him. Even
And
though,
for the record, I got blamed for Boozy and Eric's actions.
what did I do?
You guys went down his street.
We were doing an experiment.
Wait, you're not allowed to go down a street in your town?
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Like 6th Street, like they block it off, or I'm so confused. What are you talking about? You can't go down the street?
He said that he owns the streets and that basically we weren't supposed to be there.
Are you allowed to what?
Thank you. Because that was our reaction
In
to
a private way, right?
What happens if Colin chases you that way? Like, what do you do?
Is it a private way?
No, it's
a condo.
Street. Mike, it's Maple Street. It's
well, technically it's a condo, so it's a street, but yeah.
It's a cut through. Richie just said I cut through all the time. You can drive down there whenever
we
you
all
want.
do.
It's not.
We all do.
Yeah, like it's just a cut. It's just a. He's just making this claim that we were stalking him, which wasn't what happened. And it's all on film.
My whole thing with Chris and them, it's like, when are they going to get the idea that when they act like this in response, it just fuels it more? Like, it's just like, haven't you learned yet? Like, do you think he'll ever figure that out? That like, if they just stop being so angry, maybe a lot of this would go away.
Right. And it was also the fact that, he basically said, well, why don't you go back to Matt Kelly's pub?
Yeah, he knew
where
where
we
we were. Yeah, so someone told him where we were.
Or they drove by because
Look at look.
they do know our vehicles and they know our license plates. They do.
Hmm.
Because that's what they do. Yeah. I'm glad Oblivious is here to witness.
Can I make a recommendation? It's non-lethal, but there is a substance called liquid ass. You can buy it on Amazon. And what you do is you spray it and it smells like absolute dog diarrhea. And I would just have that on you and I would skip the mace, right? So it's not like
You're gonna get us in trouble.
I'm just saying spray
I'm just worried about where you're
yourself
going.
or them.
I just
How
want
is that
to.
police report going to read?
Yeah.
Your Honor,
like shit.
we approached Mr.
I don't
Camo. He
approve any
sprayed
of this.
liquid
What you're
ass
saying.
on us.
They
Don't
won't
do it.
drug you, they won't chase you.
Do anything stupid. What
have
I
to
want to say,
deter.
there was something else I want to say. I'm trying to
Oh.
remember. I lost
Imagine
my
getting a
train of
bad
thought.
reading. Your Honor,
What is?
he had liquid ass.
I may or may not know of that substance.
It's $4. Just get some. You spray it on yourself so they can find the body. You spray it on them so they'll
Come
throw
on,
up.
what
then you
happens?
can run.
You women have so many things in your pocketbook. All I can see is it breaking in one of your pocketbooks while you're out at the restaurant, and
What
everyone's
the
like,
fuck is a pocketbook?
Yeah.
Don't talk about
I
it
don't
on a
even
live
know what
stream.
is this 1953?
Rule number 1.
I don't.
A satchel?
have a
I don't know what you guys
backpack.
have.
I literally
Listen, it comes in handy.
with beans all over it. I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
A purse.
Sometimes I put stuff in a paper bag and I walk around and I talk to myself. I don't
Okay.
know what a pocketbook is.
I'd love to
Fuck
see
my-
you at Capitol Grill.
What is that? Grill? No, I go to
Capitol
Capitol
Grill.
Fried. I go to Capitol
Mhm.
Fried. I don't fuck with grilled
No,
food. That's
You
crazy.
go to the Sizzler.
Say
You go to the
they're going,
Sizzler,
I'm
don't you?
vegan. What are you doing?
You go to Applebee's.
This is why how dare you? I'm a Chili's bitch. And also only on your birthday. And also Colin, can we talk about him again? What juvenile hall is he in? Or is he an adult now? He's out? Is Colin not in jail?
No, he's not. He's never been in jail.
That's crazy. How
Well,
did
I
you
can't
get
say
him there?
that. Allegedly,
Yeah.
he's never been in jail.
Yeah, but you might consider working at D&E Pizza Jail.
That's jail.
That place
You
is
get-
really
yeah.
little.
And delivering pizzas is like work release.
Oh my gosh. I've never I've seen a lot of pictures of it, but there's never anybody in it. It's always Chris on the phone looking out of the window, mad. But I've never seen anyone get a pizza.
Oh, there's one other thing that happened on that phone call that I didn't say in the meeting because I didn't know how I was going to be able to get that in. But the amount of times he said, bro, okay. And I finally had to say, Chris, you're 53 years old. You're a select board member. Enough with the bro, okay? Like act like you represent this town. And he didn't like that when I told him that either. That's like, but it was bro after everything he said.
You should get him a new name tag for the table. Just put bro, replace the Chris Albert one.
And the
I'm
thing
gonna be
he's mad
bitchy,
about
bro.
the most is that you did this little walk. You tested.
Oh, we did an experiment. Yeah, we were doing an experiment. It was like Mythbusters. We were
Tell people what
Clockbusters.
you did, so people who don't know, and tell them where they can watch it if they want to watch it.
Oh, go ahead, Boozy. Tell them.
Oh, you want me? Okay, cool. I'll take the lead.
I'm always cutting you off.
Yeah, you do. So this is over on the Canton Chronicle YouTube channel. So you can just literally just type in Canton Chronicle if you don't know of the channel. But essentially what we did is we took the testimony from Colin Albert and his father, Chris Albert. And this goes back, and Allie. So he interrupted me again. So this goes back to when Chris was leaving the waterfall and when he walked home, even though there's been conflicting reports on that. So we had the time on that because of the cameras. It's all conflicting. So that said a certain time at 12:14 a.m. But then Colin and Allie said they left 34 Fairview. Remember, Allie McCabe said that she picked up Colin Albert
Yeah.
at around 12:10 a.m. So what we did is we took that and said, okay, is this possible? Can this happen? And we were
Does
like,
it hold water?
does it? So what we did is I had our co-host Eric was in my passenger seat.
He was calling.
He was calm. So he was filming at the same time that Mr. Dixie was over at the waterfall. Now, because there was a 4-minute time difference, that gave the people that were leaving 34 Fairview, Colin and Allie, a 4-minute
Head start.
time advantage. So we tried it 2 different times, and both
Two different streets.
times I was able to get back to Maple Street where they live together, which is the condo they live in. I had enough time to not only pull in, turn around, wait like 20 seconds, and still pull back out to Washington Street, going back down to where he was walking from,
to
and
beep
honk
at me.
my horn 2 times. 2 times.
And she took 2 different routes because we said, well, what if she didn't take that route? What if she took the long route? And we did it during the day in traffic. She would have done it at 12 o'clock at night with no cars on the road.
And her max speed at one time was like 45 miles an hour, and I was not able to hit that. I
she
kept
got like
going slow
30.
behind people. I had to keep going slow. So I was like, there's no way. She was flying. She would have made it there in like 3 minutes.
Oh. So he doesn't want us he doesn't want people to watch that. And that's on your channel. It's pinned to the chat right now. So if people want to go watch that, that's what made Chris Albert so mad to call you.
Because Colin saw us right there at the intersection of Washington and Maple. That's as far as I made it. I didn't even make it that far. And for Chris to be like, you're on my street. You're a bully. You're making fun of my kids. And I go, I'm not making fun of your kids. Yeah, you are. My 16-year-old. I go, Colin's not 16. He goes, no, my other one. I go, oh, you mean the one that was kicking the rabbit around?
The rabbit kicker.
He wasn't kicking it. And he said the kid's name, but I don't know. I couldn't remember the kid's name. He goes, he's the one that brought him. Was it the season?
Yeah. I don't.
That kid's going in a
He
database.
brought it.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. And basically what it was is that kid who brought the rabbit, I guess he paid the majority, his parents paid the majority of the homeowner back, and everybody else chipped in to make it whole. Everybody else whose kids were involved pitched in. And that's how no charges were brought. Because he was a friend, and that he pointed out that Chris was like, he was a friend of mine. The guy that owns that house is a friend of mine. Well, that's what you've taught your kids.
And also like that's your friend. You need to pick better friends. Maybe that's what got them into this in the first place. Like, don't hang out with shitty people, and then people won't die on your lawn. Like, there's so many crazy things that these people are doing, and it's kind of like blowing my mind. Like that, like kicking a rabbit is completely out of line. Okay. And then having that many cops there, wasn't the police station very, very close? Like, wasn't it literally as close, if not just a little up the road from the same distance as like Waterfall? They could have just gone and gotten crime scene tape and evidence kits. And instead they took Junior's spit cup and said, put some fucking DNA in this. And it's ridiculous. And then they trample in the snow and go, here's a footprint. Well, how do we even know now? And then no one measured anything properly. Like, everything was insane. Everything.
You're talking about sleeping little towns that this never happens in. So you have cops that have been on the force for years that have never had to do this.
We looked up crime statistics on my channel, the amount of people, and also they trade off
In
agencies
Canton?
with each other. No, Canton goes to help other agencies when they need it. They assist. And like, they have full evidence kits set up in the back of their cars. They've been equipped with, first of all, when you get a budget to get all this free shit to go in your car for crime scenes, and then you don't spend it and complain about the budget all the time, and then you don't even keep it in your car, what are we doing here? And you know, the state of Massachusetts said 2 times, I will give you guys each a $120,000 grant to any department that just says, gimme, gimme, gimme. Just come ask us. You can have it for body cams, the best body cams. And then everybody went, we
Yeah, they
repeat
wanted,
that
they
shit.
needed a stove. They needed a stove.
No, but
they
also
didn't
They
have
need a
to pay
gun
for it. It
range.
was a
and
grant.
They need a
and the
gun
trailer.
range.
The
It was
gun
a grant
trailer.
from
Gun
Miss
Yeah.
range
Ellis.
trailer.
but
So
also
we're gonna,
too,
oh,
And they need
people
a fence. They need a fence to protect
Defense.
themselves from the
and they gotta
Yeah.
patch
citizens.
the boat.
They could get
because one
ambushed.
winter- Oh
and
my God.
people tend to forget this all happened 34 Fairview. It's literally in the center of like where a lot of cops live. Kelleher, if you forget, is right across the street. Right
Yep.
there.
Lank
There's so
is
many cops in
Lank's
the
2 streets over.
surrounding streets. So many.
Yeaton.
We've got Boston PD, Mass State Police,
Yep.
retired, still working, Canton PD. There's no reason why they didn't have the resources. No reason why.
None.
Point.
And they could have walked to the station and been back in 30 minutes, is what Google Maps said. Chris could have
They're not
hobbled his
walking.
drunk
They
ass
don't
to help.
The
It's-
fix was in early. That's what it was. The fix was in early. They were just
Ah.
trying
Yeah.
to figure out how are they going to fix it. That's what they spent all the time doing, figuring out how they're going to fix this thing. I got to get going because I
Before
gotta
you
go
kick me
up
off,
to
I
eat.
want to thank you for covering this tonight.
Thank
I just, can't be 2 places at once. I was going to cover it, but then I wanted to be there. So I thank you so much for covering it.
Thanks for being
Can I-
here and thanks for doing this tonight. Yeah,
Can I
and
tell-
I want everyone to promote themselves. So why don't we start with Boozy Beauty,
Okay.
and then we'll go to Oblivious, and then John will get the final word. And anything else you want to talk about, like final thoughts, but definitely promote yourself. Boozy Beauty, I know tell us where you people can follow you.
My main platform is on TikTok, and I'm literally Boozy Beauty everywhere. So it's literally as it is right there. Main is TikTok, but then I also have the Twitter, the YouTube, and then also Canton Chronicle. We do weekly shows every Sunday, is where I also am a co-host. So pretty easy for you guys.
Anything you want that we didn't bring up, or anything you want to bring up, and anything. Anybody you want to thank or shout out or praise, anything.
Well, I mean, obviously, Mike, I want to give you a big shout out because you've always been kind to us, but me too. If people don't know, Mike was actually the first person to have me on as a little yeah. So it's I love Crawford. Crawford has a little
Crawdaddy.
Crawdaddy.
I'm glad to hear that. You Boozy Beauty.
I'm so glad. We get it eventually. And I didn't think it was going to be such a tongue tire when I made it. Okay.
Boozy Beauty.
Boozy Beauty. I will take.
I get tongue tied at everything. I mean, it's supposed to get I thought it would get better at pronouncing words as I get older. I get worse. I just get worse. I don't know.
But I'm not gonna lie. I will take the booty of it all. Okay, I'll take it.
Boozy Booty.
But yeah, I would just
Awesome.
say, stay tuned. There's a lot coming down the pipeline.
Aw,
Wow.
excellent.
Should I don't
Wow.
even know.
Glad to hear.
Wow.
Wow.
She's leaving us. I better tell Eric.
Oh, you're in trouble.
No.
Hopefully,
Well,
I
wanna
want to make jokes, but I don't Then I think about who I might make it at the expense of, and I stop myself. I'm just like, oh.
You can, I give you permission as the host of the show. You can always make your jokes.
Make it
geared
about
towards
you?
Eric. No, Eric. No.
Oh, Eric, you
talk
make it
shit
about
to me.
Eric.
Talk shit to me, Mike. You could say whatever you want. It's fine. Just give me
You
a
can say whatever you
roast
want
me all
about
day.
me right now.
Hon-
Make it about me.
honestly-
Oblivious, what do you got? This is your time now.
Hold on, Mike. You have three of the most easygoing panelists right now. You know we're not going to take anything. See, we're going to be like, okay, we can take
talk
it.
some
slow.
shit, Unc. Say your feelings.
Yeah.
Come at us, dude.
Yeah.
Throw your
Mike and
hand.
feelings. Oh, really? Mike and feelings. Okay.
Yeah. Throw us some shit. Talk some shit.
Mike doesn't have feelings.
Present Mike. Let me
Of
hear
course
it.
I do.
How you talk on the yard?
See, now you're actually giving me shit. I love this.
You're the driest
I don't
guy.
have
You're the
feelings.
driest guy on YouTube. Okay.
I'm the
I
driest.
want to thank everybody for coming tonight. You're watching the Young Jerks, and I think I'm going to have a very exciting panel on there tonight. I have the 10 clowns, and yeah, it's going to be
We don't
very
have any
exciting.
clowns except when you come on.
That's my.
They can
Dude,
use that for me.
Later I will put up the link to our merch store where you can get a jerk curtain or a
Jerk
jerk
towels.
towel.
A jerk curtain.
This is supposed to be Oblivious Benson time, and you took over.
You told
This
us
is
to
my
roast
jerk
you.
talk.
The
You told us to
driest
roast
show. I'm fucking dry. Come on.
Dry jelly? What the
Dry
fuck?
jelly?
Okay.
Come
Dry
on.
jelly.
Dry
Dry
jelly.
jelly.
You see,
Crusty jelly?
they don't say it when the Bettero's on. They're all the girls are like, oh, Bettero. They
Dude,
love it
listen.
then.
Mike
Oblivious, what do
Crawdad,
you...
Mike Crawdad, you're one of my
Yeah,
favorite
what do you
Uncle Michael.
want to say? Like, this
Uncle
is your
Michael.
time. John took over.
Yeah, you got to hurry up because he's got to go to bed.
I would just like to say, thank you for always trying to be Switzerland, but somehow ending up Mexico. But I appreciate it.
Bro, that's
And
true.
I have called ice on you, so you need to probably log off soon. Also, Dixie, hello, Dixie. Listen, I
Hi.
think what you have, first of all, someone talks shit to you. Okay. Someone
Yeah.
talks shit to you on the internet, I presume, or something, maybe the phone. I don't know what happened. Someone talks shit to you. And what you chose to do is you said, hey, ex-wife, get the fuck over here. You want to tell them how you feel about me? Hey, stepdaughter, why don't you come over here? We're going to take the whole family and we're going to go down and we're going to confront this bald-headed bitch. And you all, you know what? I'm not even going to tell you what to say. You guys just say how you feel. And then she came up, and much like in the spirit of Mac Miller or Idea or anybody at Scribble Jams 1998, she stood up there. She Sage Francis. She's like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. This is what you did. I don't respect you. I don't respect you. I didn't say that. Get my name out of your mouth. Dropped the mic, walked away. Your whole family did that. He
With
had
no
to look
Xanax.
down.
Not even one Xanax.
Not a drop of drugs in their system.
Nothing.
Do the
Yeah.
toxicology. She will prove it. His
Yep.
dick crawled into his body that day. Do you understand? Today. And you did that. And your family did that. And you know what? It was beautiful. It was great to see a grown man look weak in front of his town and family. And I thank you for that. And Boozy, goddamn, I love you. You're so funny. You're so nice. And I just have to say, I'm gonna come up there and we're gonna do drive-bys. We're just gonna drive by all day. We're gonna honk the horn.
Oh,
I'm gonna get
boy.
liquid ass. We're gonna
I
spray
know
the
it.
town.
I knew you were
gonna
going to
go
cause
some
trouble in
ducks,
Canton.
bitch. I'm gonna bring
I
ducks.
knew
I'm gonna
it.
fucking throw them everywhere.
Look
I'm gonna be
what
like,
we've done.
arrest me.
We're bringing Oblivious in.
I
I'm
will
going to
bring a
get
gun.
blamed
No,
for
I'm not
that,
gonna
too.
say that.
This is going to be all my fault. Chris Albert's going to be calling me in the middle of the night. He's going to be like, Coffin, why did you introduce Oblivious to Boozy
Yeah.
Beauty?
And look, and KK hates me in the chat, but you know what,
Bro,
KK?
bro.
It's fine. It's fine, dude. You know what? I'm not very likable. I have kind of a weak personality. I'm not everyone's cup of tea. I don't even like myself in the morning, okay? So like, you don't have to like me. It's fine. As long as you get you some fucking pricks insider at Morgan and Morgan, call them today. Has someone given you pricks insider? Has Colin
Morgan and
Chapman
Morgan,
done-
how did you know that? Did you listen to that stream? I still haven't done my ads. They're hitting me up every fucking day. They're like, have you done the Morgan and Morgan ads? So, yeah.
Morgan and Morgan is who you
I
go
guess it's
to.
big money too, and I still haven't done it.
Mike,
how
you remember the
heard
Click
about
and
that? You
Clacks,
listened to
right?
Oblivious. What?
You remember Click and Clack? The Car Talk brothers, you know, the Dewey
Oh,
Cheatham
yeah.
and how? Oh, they
Yes.
were great.
Yeah.
One of them's dead, R.I.P. Click.
Yeah, the other one lived right in Harvard Square.
What do you drive, a fucking Honda? I love them so
They were awesome. They were
What do you
great. When I was
drive?
working for the moving
car
company and
guys.
I go cross country, I always would find a station that they were still on. It reminded me of being back home. Yeah.
You and your
It was
brother
great.
tried to copy them, didn't you?
Mhm.
Guys,
No, we
No,
tried to
you
copy
and
Jerry
Boozy.
Spring, whatever.
You and
The
Boozy.
guys in cars having coffee or something. I don't know, but I have nothing to promote other than the fact that I think we're going to go. Me, Boozy, and Eric are going to do the haunted battleship down there in Weymouth, Hingham,
Quincy.
Quincy, wherever it
What are you
is.
doing down there?
We're gonna
What are
do
you
for
doing down
Halloween. We're gonna do something. We're gonna do a Halloween special or
Oh,
something.
you're gonna do an
We're gonna have
event
fun.
on the. Are you doing it
Yeah.
on the 24th too to compete with JFK, myself, and
No,
Turtle
I
Boy?
actually no. James Jackson actually called me to invite me, and I said I'd have to run it by Boozy and Eric first to see if they want to come. So I guess we're all invited. So.
Are you
Well,
coming?
I was like, where's my invite from the boys?
It was
October
today,
24th,
this
I
afternoon.
believe.
This afternoon. Yeah, he invited us this afternoon.
As a fellow dot rat, I want an invite.
All right. Well, I guess we're coming to see you, Mike.
The Malden, not Dot. It's not in Dorchester. It's Malden.
Boston boys, JFK and James Jackson. And
I
Kevin
get it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Boston.
All right.
Kev. You're gonna meet Kevy
All right.
Kev.
I guess we're
Not
heading
me.
out.
Them. Oh, geez. I want to see how
Kevy
it is.
Kevy Kev.
Kevy
Looks like
Kev.
we're gonna have to.
Publish
We're gonna
on.
have to. Oh my God, we're gonna have to get the Cronkmobile to commute up there.
Yeah.
Hey,
You
Mike,
got a Cronkmobile?
can
Yep.
we call Papa Sean? Just you said
We
that we'd
call Papa Sean? You wanna
yeah, you
call
said
him?
we'd call Papa Sean and we'd make everything right. You said we'd smooth it over real quick, no problem. You
What
said
does he want to
it.
come on?
No,
He's
dude,
gonna
he
accuse me
probably
of
hates you,
stealing.
dude.
He's gonna
Let's-
accuse me of using him for views.
Who's
No,
that?
no, no.
Sean.
No, just Sean.
He said that at one point. I said I
Sean?
used him. Yeah.
I want to bring him up here. I want to smooth everything over. I want to make
Where's he
everyone
coming
nice.
up?
You know
I
what?
think
You should, because you know what? At
gonna
the
go
end of the
great.
day,
I
at
like
the end
Sean.
of the day, you're
I
all
don't have an
content
issue with Sean.
creators.
I just feel like he gets too worked up about.
He's
his
Irish. He's
role with Turtle Boy.
Irish.
He's
I
Irish.
know.
He's Irish. He's old. He's Irish. He's
You
been in
know
the
I
He's
Panama
an old
Canal.
Irish guy.
He
I just
fought.
think he needs to calm the fuck down.
I'd love
He
to see what his
fought
blood pressure is.
Cambodians in the jungles of Florida for
I
4
know.
days.
If he comes up here, he's gonna be like, you
Well, give him a time limit.
obeyed. You obeyed.
Yeah.
You
Give him a time
obeyed.
limit. Listen,
I
tell
obey
him,
one
listen,
person.
give him a time limit. Tell him to be on his best behavior and
Be good.
just yeah.
Yeah.
He worked for the DA. He could be good. And also,
I don't think
like,
I can do it tonight. I'm
No,
just
it'll
too
be
much. I'm too.
beautiful.
This is my second live. I walked a lot of dogs today. I got a lot of
Oh,
dogs.
okay,
Yeah, tomorrow.
that's what
excuses.
you
Here we
call
go.
talking shit
You
on the internet.
excuse it.
You walk a
I
lot
know.
of
You want him to
dogs
come
on
up?
Twitter.
I don't even know how to send him a link. He's not coming up here.
I'll
Hey,
send him a
Kevin,
link.
come up here for you.
You'll
You're his
send him a
favorite
link?
son.
I'll send him a link. You want me to send him a link?
If you want.
I'll tell you
What's
what.
he gonna
I'm gonna
tell
go
him?
ahead.
He's
I'm
gonna,
gonna
he's
see
gonna,
you guys.
he's gonna
tell him
tell us
he's a
Turtle
man.
Boy's going down.
No,
You guys
just
bring on
no.
Papa Sean. I'll go. It'll be
See.
fine. I'm gonna go. You guys bring on Papa Sean. You're gonna have a great time.
No,
It'll be great. No, no.
No,
hey,
you
guys-
started it. You don't get to leave now
What
that
are
you
you talking
started
about?
it.
No, I don't want to impede. I
Look,
don't
look
like,
at her. She's like, I
this
want to go
is not
watch
my
the
business.
entertainment over here.
I sent it.
It's not my business.
Oh,
I'm an
boy.
ideas guy. You guys are the fucking. You're the.
Listen,
No,
if it gets
you're
too
here
heated,
now. You
hey, if it
can't
gets too
leave.
heated, I'm just gonna leave like real quickly.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be
that's
like,
me
"Come on,
too.
gotta go,
I'll
bye."
fucking leave. I'll be like, it's over. Bye.
Hey, Mike, earmuffs. Hey, Boozy, Dixie. As soon as Papa Sean comes on, we're just gonna leave. Okay, we're
I
just.
know.
Oh my God. It's gonna be fine. You won't even notice.
Imagine if I just leave and let him
Okay,
go.
earmuffs. Dude, let Papa
We're
Sean have your
waiting,
channel for
we're
like an
waiting to see if
hour.
he shows.
Yep,
So
he just
half the audience is saying no,
Yeah.
fucking way. They're
You know
saying
what?
please no.
God is an awesome God. He reigns from
and he
Papa
will
Sean.
raise you up on
Mhm.
eagle's wings. Yeah,
Mm.
they're gonna
See,
sing that
this
at my
is-
funeral.
This
Sing
is
it.
what the chat's saying about having Sean up.
Mm.
All right, well,
Someone's
you
mad
know
about
what?
Mac Miller
You know
in the
what?
chat.
You guys gotta learn to like. What would Jesus do? You gotta forgive. Don't forget, but forgive. I
No,
forgive Chris.
forget also. Fuck it. Just forget it.
Yeah, there's a
Forgive it,
reason
forget
why the
it.
windshield is bigger than the rearview mirror.
Yeah. You stole from me. I lit your house on fire. We're even. Like, it's no big deal.
Yeah, just let it go.
Oh, there's one. Sheila P said, I'll allow it.
Sheila said
Yeah.
she'll allow it.
The thing is everybody has to have a chance to redeem themselves sometimes. If he comes on and says something, then I'll be like, yeah, thank you. It was a good idea at the
I
time.
just don't know if I have time for Sean. Sean,
He's
like, because
genuine.
I do
Give him a
have to
time
go
limit.
Very
soon.
nice.
And
Give him a
yeah,
time
He's always
limit.
been nice.
I know Sean will get fired up.
No, you gotta get him
He's
on.
gonna start
Get him
calling
in
me
and out.
Michael. He's gonna act like I'm his son again.
You
Well-
are. First of all, have you taken
Well, he
your
is
offering
old.
DNA
I
test?
wish he was my
Sponsored by
uncle. Or,
Offspring. Get your
yeah,
DNA
Uncle
test
Sean.
now. Find
Is
out who's
that
a criminal.
crazy Dorchester uncle? Dorchester.
we did. We gave him a link. I don't think he's coming. It's late too. I don't know if his wife is gonna
It
want
might
him
be
up
past his
going-
bedtime. I know.
Getting
It
all
is
worked up
8:30.
at 8:30 and on with Mike
Shit,
Crawford from the Young Jerks. He's telling me
I
I'm a
told
wait.
you.
Oh, you obey. You obeyed.
Oh, I
You
love
just
him
Crawford,
so
let me
much.
tell you
You
something.
just-
You obeyed.
You just took your pills at 7. I can't have you doing this. Yeah.
I
Oh,
used
that's
to have
his
a
wife,
people
yeah.
who would yell at me a lot, and it was very funny. And he'd scream at me about the Gulf War, Vietnam, other wars I didn't even know about, and he'd just be like, "I see things at night," and I miss him. And I feel like like before he lost his mind, he could have been Papa because he also like did a lot of cool stuff in law enforcement in the military. He's got to have good
did.
stories. We just need to find the right ones. We need to not
I
talk
saved
about
his
things
life,
that
you know.
trigger Papa.
I saved his life.
Let's reminisce on it. What'd you do? Did you give him mouth to mouth?
No, nope, I made fun of him. After watching one of his shows or something, I made fun of him.
Well,
He didn't
why?
say anything to me. And then a few weeks later, he goes, you know, I got to thank you. I go, uh-oh, what'd I do?
Getting
I
cancer?
guess. Yep. He had this big scar across his back. Yep. He had this big scar across his back. I made fun of his sunspots and he went and had him checked and they cut him out. Yeah. He had it was like a 5-6 inch scar on his back. And he goes, I want to thank you. Yep.
Think of all the wounds and moles we could identify if we bring him on tonight. Like between all of us, we could all have our lives saved tonight.
Well, I'm a big hairy
We'd be
fat
here all night, though.
fuck. I'm a big hairy fat fuck, so I can't
oblivious.
see my moles.
You said he's probably got some good stories. He did tell her like a really good story about.
He told me a lot of good
rescuing this
stories.
guy in Peru, this missionary dude who like they thought he was. It's just a good story, you know.
Well, next time. Have him on next time. He didn't come in.
I'm not going to say who, but he
Yeah.
knows a very famous comic that I guarantee you, if I said his name, I'm not going to say it. You could check the receipts later, but he knows someone. I was shocked when I heard this. I was like, how do you know him? And I know this comic. And he said, just text that comic. You got his number, text him and say, Shawnee Oj says hi. And I hope he doesn't get mad at this, but I did. And that comment went, oh my God. And he freaked the fuck out. He was like, I fucking love him. He's like, he used to bust my fucking head and my chops, but I love him. And he just talked about how he's like, I pulled my balls out once. He didn't even arrest me. Anybody who gets that, that's who he was. It's someone very, very big in comedy that people love. Not a single one of you would say this person isn't funny. And that guy fucking loves McDonough. And he told me
Bill Burr?
stories.
Is it Bill Burr? He's got
No,
Canton
bigger
connection.
Bigger and been
wow.
around longer.
Bigger than Bill Burr.
Bill Burr. Wow.
And been around longer.
Shawnee gets around.
He's also friends with an Irish MMA fighter.
I know, and the manager,
Yes.
Which McGregor?
who is also connected to the comedian,
really?
which is wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
He's got great fucking
He's
stories.
got
If
a
you guys-
lot of connections.
I called him up once. I go, hey, I got a cold case murder. It's 30 years old. Yada yada yada. Here's what I got. What do you think of this? And 6 hours later, I'm like, well, we've solved it, and I don't know what to do. Like he's a trapdoor, and he remembers everything about crime scenes, cases, who lived on what road. That guy used to bust his head down at the docks, and I'm like, how do you know all this? It's pretty brilliant. He's just got to get him on the right topic.
You know that co-host of his? I swear to God, that co-host of his that he's had on several times now, he's that guy that, you go down by the wharf and the bum's sitting there against the telephone pole, just looking like he's drinking, but he's really undercover. That's what he reminds me
Yeah,
of.
he
It's
totally
this guy's
looks like that, like a road dog. Like
I'm
but
like,
he's
look at
actually
this
a cop.
guy. Like this guy
He's-
must
yeah.
have stories too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
He's
all
like
they
named
should
Harley
do is talk
Rinks
about
or
this
some
story.
shit. What's his
Like-
name?
Yeah.
Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Kid.
Arn
Somebody
Anderson.
said, I'm stuck here. I'm stuck here. I hope I cancel my plans. Exactly. I got to go eat. I haven't
You
eaten.
gotta go eat.
Well, thank you.
I
Hey,
got chicken-
like I
I
said,
got-
I
I
have
got
nothing to promote. Boozy already promoted it for us. Canton Chronicle.
Canton Chronicle. It's also
come
pinned
watch
in the
us
chat, too.
Sunday
So
nights,
people
because we do it when nobody else is on. We try not to step on anyone's toes. And yeah, we like having fun over there.
Awesome. And I want to thank our mods, Sherry D, Stephanie, Sarah, and Shock and Hara, MJ, Scott McGinnis.
Hi,
They've all
Mullen.
been posting
Oh,
all your
Scotty
links tonight. They've been
McGinnis.
posting
Oh,
Boozy's
Scotty
links. They've been
McGinnis.
posting
Hi,
Oblivious
Scotty.
links. They've been boosting Canton Chronicle.
Take
So
my,
like all
take
those
my link
YouTubes.
down and put Mike's up for his defense fund. Because Mike's
Yeah,
got to go
Yeah.
defend himself.
Don't
in
forget,
civil
don't
court.
forget, Mike's got to fight some friggin' charges here, some charges.
And stop telling
Civil.
people you can't go to prison, because I've been telling them you can, and that's how I'm getting
You
them
can
to
go to
give
prison.
you money. So
Free,
stop lying.
free the jerks. Free
Mike,
the
where would they
jerks.
send you? Where would they send you? Norfolk or just minimum, right?
No, it's Suffolk County.
Suffolk.
Suffolk
Ugh.
County Civil. Civil court.
Yeah, you don't want to go to Suffolk. No.
They send him to Provincetown Municipal
No.
Jail.
Well, Plymouth's nice. It
I'm
doesn't
not
smell like
going to
pee.
jail. Stop it.
Plymouth,
You guys
Plymouth
are-
jail doesn't smell like
Provincetown
pee, so you could go down there.
I'm not yet. I'm not going to.
If you want, I could talk to someone in the kitchen. We could get you peeling some potatoes or something, you know.
I'm
I don't
good. I'm good. I'll
know.
walk
All
the
right.
dogs. I'll walk the police dogs.
Oh, they have a farm. Plymouth has a farm. Yeah, you could work with the horses and the dogs. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, I'm out of here before you get me sent to jail.
Prison Mike.
I'm
Later.
afraid.
Nice meeting
Actually,
you.
I'm
Nice meeting you,
afraid we might
Oblivious.
go to jail over this show tonight.
Why?
Oblivious, would you ever come on our show?
I brought in
dude.
three
Okay.
problematic guests tonight.
Mhm.
Troublemakers, all of you.
I
Except for Boozy.
with an
Boozy's actually Bob.
Boozy's been the
Boozy's
best one.
the safest one out of the three.
Well, that's
She was the
wild to
quietest
say.
tonight.
That
Go
is.
Yeah,
look on
Oblivious,
the
you got to
website.
come on our show some night.
I will. I'll show you
All right,
Goatsy.
there you go.
All
Here you go. I'm booking your show
No,
too.
you're not. We can't be
I
showing
book
people
everybody.
things anymore.
Did you think I book a lot of shows?
Yeah, all the time. You freaking
Everybody
always.
else's shows too.
He
Yeah,
said
you
that
always
so
have
good.
some
Do
stuff.
you think I book a lot of shows?
He
I
books everything.
program worldwide. All right, I'm gonna go. I'll let you
Worldwide.
guys go first, though. I want to thank you
Yeah,
so
bud.
much again. Say good night before I
Yeah, good
take you
night.
off the
Good night,
screen.
Dixie. Yeah.
He did it himself. Bye, Boozy. I didn't do that. They did it.
He does it all the
Bye,
time.
Boozy. I'm gonna remove it. I'm laughing. Oh man, that was funny. Thank you, John. Thank you, Oblivious Benson. Thank you, Boozy Booty. I can't even say it. Boozy Beauty. I like her. She's awesome. I like Oblivious. Obviously, like John too. That was fun. I want to thank them all for being here. I want to thank Sean especially for sharing tonight. After, if you didn't get to see it, go back and rewind it. Watch from the beginning. Public comment tonight. I'm sure it's going to be clipped and thrown all over Twitter. But John and his family spoke out against Chris Albert, allegedly for a phone call he made in the rumor mill that's been going on with John and his stepdaughter. And they finally spoke up and they finally said, you know what? This is not true. All the shit you've been saying about me and my stepdaughter, here's my stepdaughter. Here's my ex-wife. It was pretty compelling. So I'm glad that John came on tonight as well. I want to thank everyone in the chat, all the jerks. We get some people gifted Young Jerks memberships. Exhibit Aid, thank you. Thank you, Melissa. Problematic Benson, I love her so much. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, Bonnie. Nicole and Amari of Alessi. VDOT, Meatball Morrissey, Sketty Stain. Thank you so much, everybody. I did put the donation, if you want to make a donation tonight to the Young Jerks Defense Fund, I did also put that in the chat. I want to thank an anonymous giver who just gave $25 and said, the Young Jerks, #1. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I'm going to, again, post that in the chat. I want to thank, again, our moderators. We have the best mod team around. And I want to thank them so much for posting all the links tonight to Oblivious Benson, to the Canton Chronicle, to Boozy Beauty. And I just posted in the chat again. If you do want to give to our defense fund, it's right there. Thank you so much, everyone. Again, Friday, I'm going to be on the Grace Curley Show hosting from 12 to 2. I think it should be a memorable show. We'll see. Still working on the guests. I know JFK is going to be on there. We're going to be talking about Brian Higgins. I'm looking forward to getting in much more into what's going on locally on the Grace Curley Show. So look for that, 12 to 2, Friday. And I'll see you soon. Have a great night, everyone.